Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Zavi. As you know, as we all know, because like there is a lot of content being thrown at us during this season, and I understand it could be sometimes a little bit too much, because it's like I feel like I'm being thrown like content on my face like that, which it happens every year, and that's fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. But then, like, I'm here, like, yo, I'm trying to digest everything. I understand that the competition just started and that the girls arrived into the venue or into the host country. But, yo, like, give me a moment. Like, it's so much content to digest that by the time that you're trying to make your list, the girl already has been crowned. It's just really hard for me to keep up with everything because, obviously, I'm sure you guys work, some of you guys go to school, some of you guys have things to do, you know, some of you guys have families even, so it's like a lot, so I need a moment. Miss Universe season is finally here. I'm trying to smell like chocolate hazelnut over here. Ooh, it's not focusing. That to aside, Miss Universe season is finally here. We are literally hours away of announcing or knowing who the next Miss Universe is. Brittany Gabriel is going to crown her successor, and this girl is going to experience, you know, a year that she probably never expected to experience ever in her entire life. So whoever that will be, congratulations to you, and you completely, absolutely deserve it. Obviously, there's a lot going on surrounding Miss Universe right now, especially on prelims. We had Paula Shugart retire from the Miss Universe organization. She will no longer be part of the Miss Universe organization. I've always loved Paula Shugart. I know that there's a lot going on, or, you know, Miss Universe has been going through a lot of changes lately, at least in the past 10 years, that it's all been questionable for us, even because during the Trump season or Trump era of Miss Universe, like, we used to get like so much, and although sometimes, you know, the results were a little bit questionable, Trump is all about show business, so he used to put on a show, you know what I'm saying, like whatever that was. So, you know, I'm saddened. I'm not sure if this is positive or negative for the organization. I'm not sure if the reason why she retired from the organization is because she just wants to retire and not work anymore, or she has other endeavors that she's going to experience from here on, or because she's not really getting along with, you know, the new everything that's going on at Miss Universe. I'm not sure if, you know, the values don't align and she really just like decided to, you know, take herself out of it. We shall see from here, from today on, you know, whoever gets crowned tonight. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, to be honest. Like, I'm not sure if somebody is gonna die in the venue. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am really excited to see what the hell is going to happen tonight, because honestly, that to aside, yes, I watched the entirety of the prelims competition, but I'm gonna focus on this video solely and purely on gown performance. A lot of girls can actually do really good on swim because it really doesn't take much, and on swimsuit you only have a swimwear on. I don't really focus on the gown. I focus on the whole thing. Is the gown making sense for you? Does it fit you well? Do you feel confident? What are you presenting? What are you making me feel as I'm watching you compete on your evening gown? Am I getting chills? Like, do you look airy? Do you look, you know, untouchable? Do you look like a queen, like a princess? You know, like, is everything making sense? Do you look insecure? You don't know what to do? Are you moving your arms too much and you're completely unaware of it? Are you trying to do something and it just is not coming out right? You know what I'm saying? Is everything making sense? Like, as you walk, everything that you're doing, does it look natural? Do you look good? Do you look confident? Do you look steady? Do you look like you could be the next Miss Universe? That's really all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for this like glorious performance. I'm not looking for a Catriona, Suleika, Pia, you know. I'm not looking for that kind of performance. I'm looking for something to make sense, you know, that looks natural, that makes sense. Does your makeup look really good? Your hair, do you look your prime, absolute most expensive self possible? Am I even making sense of what I'm saying? Probably not. Do I see a Miss Universe in this girl's performance? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I care about. So on swimsuit, you know, every girl is playful, they doing different things, you know, they're twirling, flipping their hairs, you know, like doing crazy stuff. That's fine. I skipped that for this video at least. So right now, I'm gonna tell you my favorites of the 72nd Miss Universe preliminary competition of Something to keep in mind, I am absolutely going in alphabetical order, starting with Miss Australia. This Miss Universe Australia, she absolutely looks like a Miss Universe contestant. Like, I could see this girl on top 5 easily. You know, she could absolutely, if she makes it to top 20 or whatever top of semifinalists are doing, 15, 16, 20, whatever, she can absolutely climb up there. She can absolutely be even in a top 3. This girl is so beautiful. She looks like a Victoria's Secret model. Like, she looks like an expensive model. Like, she looks like a model that makes millions of dollars every year. She looks beautiful. She can sell you anything. And I just love her energy on stage, especially on evening gown. It's just beautiful. Nothing bad to say about it. I even love her gap. Like, she looks so beautiful, so natural, so fresh. And everything that she does, just for me at least, it makes a lot of sense. And I love the gown color that she chose because, yes, you know, it's a new gown. Man, this color, it looks beautiful against her skin. It just makes a lot of sense. And I just love it. She doesn't look like a bride to me. Next girl is absolutely Brazil. Brazil is so beautiful. Honestly, at first I was like, I don't know if Brazil is gonna keep up with all of this that's happening because, like, there's a lot of girls this year that are just strong as hell. And I didn't know, or I wasn't sure if Brazil was gonna keep up. But as a Latina herself that she is, she ain't gonna back down. She ain't gonna let all these girls, you know, rob her spot. And she clearly didn't hear, at least for me. Her gown looks like a very, you know, basic gown, but it's just everything that she's given me throughout her performance is just happiness. You know, she looks happy. I'm enjoying myself. I'm here. I'm Miss Universe Brazil, and I'm representing my country, all of my people, you know, my culture, and we are a happy country, and I'm confident, and, you know, I look amazing on my gown. It's just, for me, it just made it to my list. Now, next is Miss Canada. Now, this is a little bit untraditional, especially, you know, for all these last years at Miss Universe, right? I wish she did something else with her hair, though. But I get it, like, her gown is, like, very elaborate on this area, on the shoulder area or the top area. Plus, she has, you know, gloves on. She got big earrings on. So I understand why, you know, maybe a ponytail here could have done it for me. But I just wish that she did something different with her hair. However, throughout, you know, her entire performance, I just loved, I have my phone right here and I'm talking as I'm watching her, and honestly, this was one of my favorite performances and one of my favorite gowns. We don't see this a lot at Miss Universe, and I believe that this gown, this is like a Miss Universe moment for me. Absolutely. I'm not saying that, you know, she's gonna be the next Miss Universe. Colombia, now, you know, I get frustrated with Colombia sometimes because, like, I feel like they've been just, you know, giving us like the same rendering of the gown or gowns like for years already, and it's like, yo, like, you guys are just coming out with the same stuff. I understand, like, I wish that she used something, or even the same gown that she used on her nationals, because she looked amazing. She looked fresh, she looked clean, and I just love this woman's features. Like, this woman for me is so stunning. Nothing bad to say about Miss Colombia, honestly. She didn't really perform, you know, weirdly or anything. She performed really well. More of the same with the gown, but I don't really care. You know, I'm really looking at the performance, and for me, Colombia did amazingly well, but it's to be expected because she's a Miss Colombia, so what do you expect? Now, you guys are probably gonna be a little bit shook about this one, but Miss Denmark, I loved her headshot at the Miss Universe portal, and here I was like, Denmark, honey, let me tell you something. I don't know, but when she was crowned, I'm not sure who trained her or anything. She probably did her homework. She was like, all right, how am I going to do this Miss Universe situation? And maybe she came across a lot of videos of, you know, of many critics talking about Miss Universe and talking about European women, of, you know, not really keeping up with the Latinas and Asians at Miss Universe. And that's why, or that's the reason why they don't really make it very far. But Miss Denmark, during her evening gown performance, she looked expensive as hell. Just for me, everything makes sense. I love the gown, and the color on her is, it goes with her skin. You know, when you look at the skin, it has like undertones of different, you know, colors and things, so you have to take that into consideration when you are wearing any kind of color. I'm sure that was dialed to the T, and this girl just looks amazing. Everything makes sense. Her hair, her earrings, everything just makes a lot of sense. She has all of this area right here free, just fits her like a glove, and she looks beautiful in it. And for me, honestly, if Denmark makes semifinals, honestly, I'm gonna be happy, because this is my list of my favorites on evening gown at the 72nd Miss Universe preliminary competition. And if she makes it, I'm gonna be happy for her because she's on my list. Absolutely. Miss Dominican Republic here, I believe that Dominican Republic, at least here, the final night, I'm sure she's gonna bring it, because Magali Febles is not gonna take any less from last year. She made top 3, and she's not gonna take anything less than Andreina. You know, she wants this girl to place top 3 or higher, and she just does amazing work. And Miss Dominican Republic, yes, it's a very simple gown, very simple, but it works for her. She looks very beautiful. I just wish that, you know, since the skirt is a little, you know, basic at the bottom, and then you have a very basic cape as well, I feel like they could have just gone all in on the top area of the gown, and, you know, that didn't happen. But she looks very beautiful. For me, this is one of my favorite performances at the 72nd Miss Universe preliminary competition. El Salvador. Now, El Salvador also, she worked with Magali Febles, and it fucking shows. I don't know what happened to her. She was gone from the face of the earth. She completely vanished. Nobody knew where she was or what she was up to. But when she came back, at least I was a little bit shook. I was like, wow. So she's been working very hard for months now, and it fucking showed on her prelims performance on gown. That girl's legs, they were straight. Like, she was walking, honey. Walking. Them legs were out, bro. Like, they weren't like this. Them legs were out, like poking out. She was taking like big steps, and her legs were straight as hell, let me tell you. She wasn't walking like this, like some girls walk sometimes on gown or even on swimsuit. She was like, ka, 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 ka. Amazing El Salvador. Honestly, I loved her gown as well. Like, yes, it's a gold gown. What I don't really care about gowns, to be honest, because at this point, like, everybody looks the same. So I have to focus on something else. I have to focus on the performance and on what I'm getting through her performance. You know, personality. Are you being too cold? Are you being personable? Like, are you having fun? Are you enjoying your moment at Miss Universe? You know what I'm saying? For me, El Salvador, honestly, she's worthy of a fucking place at the Miss Universe semifinals. Like, I would be okay for her to make it, you know, at least top 10 for me. If she makes it to top 5, that's completely on her, and that would be, you know, on her own merits. And who is really, you know, being weaker on that final night. Right now, these girls are rehearsing as we speak right now. The results are in already. There's an envelope in El Salvador that has the top girls to make it on the semifinals to compete tonight for the title of Miss Universe. And if El Salvador is in that list, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to be surprised at all. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be surprised, but I'm not. I'm not going to be surprised whatsoever, because I think that she deserves a spot because she's been doing really good. Although she wasn't my favorite at her nationals, for me, she did really amazing. Next for me is India. When India came out in her black gown, beautiful, honestly, perfect gown for her. It's in between black and gray. Like, it's like literally right there in the middle. It's not black, but it's not gray either. You know, like it's in between. It's like an ashy kind of grayish black. It's like titanium kind of. I love it. It's beautiful. The gown is beautiful. I just, you know, her performance, she was doing too much. Like, if you have sleeves or anything, yeah, you want to wave it a little bit, but you know, when you're doing all this stuff, for me, it starts to become a problem because I don't like any of that. If you do it, that's fine. It's your performance, but me as an spectator, I don't care. So if you do stuff like that, then, you know, good for you, but I don't give a shit about that. Like, but honestly, she was in her prime. And she knows that she's the favorite, and she knows that she's worthy of a spot at Miss Universe and India. She's one of my favorite Miss Universe Indias in a long time. I love this Miss Universe India for this year. Beautiful. I adore. Japan, guys. Like, now I understand that you guys are probably a little bit sick, like, Japan. What are you talking about, Zavi? What do you mean Japan? Yeah, it's Japan. Now, I don't care about the gown. Like, I don't care what the girl has on. You know what I'm saying? If it compliments you and you feel absolutely incredible in it, good for you. But show me something. Show me something. And I don't know, Japan made me feel something. I was like, wait, I actually like Japan a lot. She's doing really good. And she ain't doing nothing extra or anything. You know, she's just walking, bro. And, you know, she's confident. Her hair is beautiful. Her makeup was beautiful. Her gown, more of the same, beautiful. But she just did beautiful. Very clean. I love Japan. Next on my list is absolutely Miss Laos. This is a very different cut of a gown, or for a gown. Nonetheless, it just gives her a little bit more of style to her. You know what I'm saying? And I just love the way she performed on the stage and the way she walked. I'm looking at her right here. Guys, honestly, Lao, you did amazing, and I loved your performance. Guys, this is what, like, if I had a gown or a favorite gown, this would be one of my favorite gowns. Not because of the color, though. Like, I feel like, you know, a different color, or a color leading to a little bit of more to the yellow side, would have suited her really well. Like, kind of like a really dark mustard color, you know, there including golds and nudes, it would have been really beautiful on her skin. But Malaysia's gown, it's a work of art. The color, you know, it leaves more to desire. However, she just looks beautiful. Her performance was very clean. I'm looking at her right here again, and I just love her gown. Beautiful. And she looks so beautiful. Like, she looks friendly. She, you know, she's just walking with her gown. She's not doing anything extra. You know what I'm saying? She's just being herself. She's just walking. She's walking on the stage with her gown. And she's being very present. She's looking, you know, at the cameras. She's not lost during different cuts of camera angles. And she's just taking everything in. And she just... I feel like she was enjoying herself on stage, and she wanted people to look at her gown, and her gown is a work of art. Malaysia, beautiful, beautiful. Mexico, guys. There's absolutely nothing bad to say about Mexico's nothing. Her hair, her makeup, her gown, everything. You can't talk shit about Mexico here. You can't. You can't talk shit about Mexico. Mexico here looks like a top 5, top 3, even a whole Miss Universe. You know what I'm saying? And if the organization cares about an organization or a country buying a Miss Universe, Mexico's got the capital to do that. If Mexico wants to get a new Miss Universe for them, they can buy her. We shall see, okay? We shall see. But you can't talk shit about Mexico. Keller. She's one of my favorites, to be honest. Favorite. When I saw her, I was like, yeah, I understand why she's a favorite now. Myanmar, though. Myanmar, bro. Like, I loved Myanmar. I love her gown. I love her gown top part of her gown. I love. And then the bottom, the skirt part as well. Love. I love it. Love. And love. And love. Like, you know, her skirt part, you can absolutely swap for something else, and then, you know, the top will still look beautiful together with a different bottom, and vice versa. You know, it looks like you can switch things up here. And then her hair, very beautiful, you know, soft, straight, beautiful. Also, very natural makeup as well to accentuate her features, and she's just walking her beautiful self down that runway, and she just looks absolutely gorgeous. For me, like, very strong. Myanmar, beautiful Myanmar. Nicaragua. Now, Nicaragua, obviously, everybody knows that Nicaragua is a favorite to win this year for a reason, though. Like, this girl is very strong, and you can't really say much about her. Honestly, on here, you know, she's not doing anything sensually. Like, I don't love when girls just be too sensual on stage. You know, just be playful, you know, have a good time, enjoy your moment. But when you're being too sensual like this, like kind of like, I don't like none of that. Don't do that. But sometimes I feel like she, you know, she would be like too sensual sometimes, like even on camera. Like if you see all these posts on social media, especially on Instagram, like she's just acting too sensual, and I don't really, I don't love that. I really truly don't. But here, honestly, like she did beautifully. Now her gown, I'm just bored about her gown. I feel like they could have chosen a way better color for her skin tone. For me, she's very strong, and she absolutely, right now, I'm sure, absolutely sure that she's in top 20. She's in top 20. And if that girl makes it to top 20, she's gonna make it to top 10. Miss Pakistan, Miss Universe Pakistan, honestly, like, I loved every part of it. Like, she looks like a whole queen herself, like a queen of her throne. Honestly, just beautiful. The headpiece leading down to the floor is just perfection. This was well executed, because yeah, some girls do or try to do this on stage, but it doesn't really show. It doesn't really look this good. You know what I'm saying? This I enjoyed. For me, honestly, beautiful. Expensive, beautiful. I loved it. Pakistan, you did amazing. And this is the stuff that I wish, you know, that Miss Universe would show. I was just like loving every second of it. I was like, I want more Pakistan. Go back and come back out, please. Please, I want more Miss Pakistan. Please. Beautiful, beautiful. She is facially stunning. And what she did also for a swimsuit, I loved because it shows, you know, that life is different in every part of the world. Now, next on my list is no other than absolutely Miss Philippines. Now, first of all, she's wearing one of my favorite colors, just green, anything green. I love this little pose that she took here, like when she put like her hand back and she put her, you know, her arm back, and then she went like this. So expensive, it's so sophisticated, and I just love how I love me a sophisticated woman. Don't be arrogant, but be sophisticated. Yes, if you're rich, I'm sophisticated, I'm a very sophisticated woman, and you know what I'm saying? I just loved it. I loved Miss Philippines here. I love this color, I love the cut of the gown, I love the cutouts, I love every part of it. This gown is beautiful, it fits her like a fucking glove, and I just love how she, you know, how she did her hair. She took it away from her face. She just looks beautiful. For me, that's like top 10, kind of top 5 up there. I'm sure she's gonna kill tonight. For me, you know, I'm sure she killed her interview. She did amazing on evening gown. She didn't do very well on swimsuit though. For me, it wasn't consistent. I'm gonna tell you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. And I know that you are extremely excited for your girl, but it doesn't really matter. That's why I'm skipping a swimsuit, because I feel like swimsuit, at least for me, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't see a Miss Universe in a swimsuit competition. I truly don't. I don't know if you guys do, but I don't. Portugal. Now, I understand it's a lot going on. Like, it's a lot of fabric, let me tell you. She has a lot of fabric, but guess what? She has all that, but she's not like doing too much with it. Like, she's still acting natural with it, is what I'm saying. You know, she's not here like touching her whatever she has on, like her sleeves and everything that she got on. She's not touching any of that, and she's not like trying to like shove that down your throat. You know what I'm saying? She's walking like it's not even there. But fabric where? I'm not wearing all of this. you're not looking at it. Yes, it's overpowering at times because you're not expecting any of that. But as she's walking, as she's performing, she's just walking and she's just, presenting her evening gown performance, you know what I'm saying? Like, to compete against others. At first, I was like, whoa! But then as she was walking, it's like it's not even there. It's not there. Stuff like this we need to see at Miss Universe because some things just be boring. Now, Miss Universe Portugal is such a stunning woman. Facially, she is so beautiful. And I saw that here. And the way she just walks, the way she walked, I have all this on, but I don't have it on, okay? I don't have it on. Maybe you could see it, but I don't feel it. I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? I loved Miss Universe Portugal on her evening gown presentation. Portugal, you killed it. You did. Puerto Rico. Now, honestly, I was a little bit let down about it because it's like, damn, Puerto Rico, bro, for real. Carla Aguilera, you're gonna come out with that on a gold gown. With a gold gown, linear designs, you're gonna come out with that kind of gown, Carla Aguilera. So I expected her to be in something more elaborated, in a killer gown, and something that I've never seen her on. However, it makes sense for her. It makes sense for her skin tone. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, at first I was like, fuck, like, really, for real? Puerto Rico? For real? Puerto Rico? For real, Carla Aguilera. A lot of people are talking shit about this being very similar to Miss Venezuela's Stephanie Gutierrez at Miss Universe 2018, but I am so sorry. If you're comparing that gown to this gown looks more elaborate. Like, it looks more expensive. Miss Universe Miss Universe Venezuela, Stephanie Gutierrez gown looks cheap next to this one. I am so sorry. This gown is more expensive. Carla Aguilera's gown for prelims is more expensive. So you can sit here and talk shit about, she's a copy of, it's not the same. It's not the same. The detailing here on the shoulder area and how it works down her sleeves is not the same. The design of it all is not the same. If you're gonna talk shit about, being a mesh and a linear design, kind of like, how the stonework works on the gown, then I guess that's every gown at Miss Universe and every gown at Miss Grand International. So don't sit here saying that Miss Puerto Rico literally copied the gown of Miss Universe Venezuela from 2018 because this is not it. It's not. This is the better gown. And this is a more expensive gown. Guaranteed. It's like the Miss Universe Venezuela from 2018's gown. Like, she actually was on a budget. She didn't have anything. So that gown was made probably last minute and with very low resources. On a budget. Still a beautiful gown. She still made it to top 3 at Miss Universe. She was not gonna win though. Nobody was gonna beat Katrina Gray. Nobody was gonna do that. Nobody was gonna beat her. Not even God. If God came down from the heavens, he was not gonna win Miss Universe. I'm so sorry. He wasn't. Miss Universe 2018, the whole time was Katrina Gray. Let's, get down from that cloud, please. But Miss Universe Puerto Rico, beautiful. Makes sense, to be honest. The way she performed or the way she walked down the runway, for me, was a beautiful presentation. It makes me very proud. She's a very beautiful woman, worthy of a Miss Universe title. If she wins tonight, she deserves it. If she makes it to top 5, she deserves it. If she only makes it to top 3 or top 10 or top 20, she absolutely deserves it. Next up is absolutely Miss Singapore. Now, I've loved Miss Singapore since her headshot. I loved her here on gown as well. For me, very beautiful. This works. It's a gold gown, but this is a different kind of gold gown. I wish it was a different shade of gold for her, to be honest, because the gold is a little bit too yellow. But I loved it. She's very beautiful. I love her facial features. I just love. Next up for me is absolutely Slovakia. Now, I wish she did something different with her hair. Maybe like Miss Myanmar's hair, just completely straight, would have done it for me. a ponytail, you know, sometimes even, but you know, she looks very beautiful. This gown is a work of art. This gown is beautiful. I feel like this year a lot of girls from Europe are really putting a little bit of more effort, and I could see that. And Miss Slovakia, for me, you know, perfect color for her, very beautiful. She looks like a princess. I loved it. Next up is South Africa. Now, again, it's a gold gown, but she was like, if I'm gonna wear a damn gold gown, it better be a gold. It better be the gold gown. You know what I'm saying? And this gown is beautiful. Miss South Africa, Miss Universe South Africa for this year, I see her like really fucking strong. Now, this is the only time that, you know, comparing every girl that already has came in and performed and left the stage, this is the only Miss Universe moment that I got, like, the only girl that I saw that looks like a Miss Universe and has everything, and it just, everything is just Miss Universe about her, you know what I'm saying? And that is Miss Universe Thailand. Antonia Porsold, for me, is the only Miss Universe moment for me, to be honest. Like, throughout every evening gown competition performance, I know her gown is like, kind of, she practically wore that same gown that she wore on her nationals, but honestly, compared to every girl I've seen this far, Miss Universe. For me, if she wins Miss Universe, I understand. I completely understand. So, to be honest, Antonia Porsold, for me, the only Miss Universe moment that I got on this Miss Universe preliminary competition. No questions asked. For me, like, literally Miss Universe for me. Next up is Miss United States of America. For me, Miss USA looks very beautiful. I love her gown. I love this kind of red. It's like a very deep, electrifying red. I love how it works on camera. I love it. She looks very beautiful and she did very well. Venezuela, now, Venezuela made it to my list because, like, after seeing every girl, I was like, wow, Venezuela's features, like her facial features, she looks very beautiful. She's such a stunning woman. Like, her features, her jawline, everything. She looks very beautiful. She reminds me of Patricia Llurena, Miss Universe Spain of 2013. She's very beautiful. Very beautiful. You know, nothing less to be expected from a Miss Universe Venezuela. I think she did very well as well. She has strong power of the word as well. So I'm sure that she also interviewed amazingly. So taking that into account, plus, you know, her swimsuit competition performance, plus her evening gown performance, I think, for me, she's already in semifinals. If she makes it, I would not be surprised at all. I cannot wait who the next Miss Universe 2023 will be. And I'm just very excited. Tell me what you thought in the comments below about this video or about the girls that made it to my favorites list in evening gown. And I think my favorite is for the crown is no surprise, is Thailand. Enough of this. I've had one too many Red Bulls. I'm just gonna like edit this video. Tell me what you thought in the comments below. I love you and I will see you on the next video. Bye.